Hello and welcome. We are now on day number 26 and 27 of our game development journey. We have solidly moved into the polish and construction phase and out of the prototyping phase. So we're going to make stuff look really pretty now. And it's going to start feeling a lot more like a game. The first piece up is going to be our land crawler, and this is going to be the main headquarters for the player, as you've probably already seen in other videos if you've been watching. Just for scale, I decided to put a soldier down here who is going to be just standing here for us to see just how much bigger this unit is compared to your normal dude. We've also got a couple different soldiers up here who are going to be falling out of the sky, and you don't see it right here because we're not starting, but they will be deploying parachutes, and they will be engaging these soldiers down here in red. So it's going to be red versus blue. Then we will have a really quick demo of our final tanks, having a really cool tank battle, and yeah, so let's get started. Let's see, the first thing that we probably want to look at is just our soldiers running and shooting at each other. So we'll just give this a really quick play. Here they come down with our parachutes, and as soon as they land, they turn around and begin running towards the enemy and shooting. And we've got some bugs. This is not something I've cared enough about to fix yet, but yeah, it's a little ugly. Next, we'll go look at our tank battles. So they just drive towards each other, and this is now animated, and they start shooting each other. So this is not really super climactic, but you get the general idea. Let's actually move this guy back just a smidge so we can actually see their tank treads, because this is something that I put in today, so it's pretty neat to watch. Yeah, look at that. It actually looks like a tank now. Their barrels will also have a cool recoil effect. That's pretty neat. Another unit that we have, let's back this guy up. We have our, let's see, our anti-aircraft artillery. He's going to shoot at this fake airplane target or drone target, so we'll just give that a really quick run. It's pretty straightforward. And he's got some barrel recoil as well. So this was actually one of the first units that we placed into the game, probably like on around day 5 or so. So it's cool to see this guy actually in the game as a finished product. The next unit that we have is going to be our anti-aircraft gun. This looks really buggy right now, and this is actually a kind of an update bug on the engine side, but as soon as we start playing the game, you'll see what this actually looks like. So there we go. So this is a 4-barreled anti-aircraft gun that can continuously shoot bullets. And I was experimenting, let me turn that off, but I was experimenting with different fire rates on this, and I found that if you have a whole bunch of these guns out in your scene, like so, they start to shoot a lot of bullets up in the sky, and if each one deals damage, then it starts to become pretty menacing, right? So if you're flying an airplane, you have to somehow dodge each of these bullets, and it becomes really difficult. Anyway, I think oh yeah, let's look at some really cool levels. John has been really hard at work, so it's always fun to show off what he's been working on and coming up with in terms of level design. So we are starting to actually put in our polished assets to create our first level and our second level and third level, and this is kind of what the game is going to look like, or a little closer to what it's going to look like once it gets closer to release. The lighting is obviously not complete, the clouds are obviously not complete either. We might put some mist on these mountains out here to give it more of a cool atmospheric effect, and we're obviously going to place a lot more props here into the battlefield, such as buildings and stuff that makes it look like somebody actually lives here. But it's pretty neat to see this stuff. Here is another one. This one has a bit of a different biome, so this is a combination of deciduous trees and some large rocks, so it's pretty neat. So it's going to be fun to actually play through this and kind of see how this game comes together. And then last but not least, we have a desert map, and this is also very much a work in progress, but we've got kind of like this really cool distant desert environment, and you get this cool parallaxing effect when you're flying by, so it's pretty exciting. Anyway, I think that wraps up our update. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned and see where we're at next time. Thanks. Bye.